Hello everybody, and welcome to Moonlighter. This is going to be a new series on the channel. I decided that, it might be fun to spice up my recording schedule with another game. And this game is a personal favorite of mine. I haven't played it in a little while, but I had about 9 hours in it last I checked. It's pretty cool. It's a rogue-lite in a way. There's also an element of like managing a shop to it. You go into a dungeon and you collect materials, and then you come out and sell them in your shop. I think it's amazing. So what we're gonna do is we are going to start a new game. We'll just do a regular normal game. And we'll go in hard mode. I just think I'm so excited to show you all this game because I haven't seen Among the Stars of the Night. There is a land as old as imagination. One night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in this land. They called them the dungeons, strange, ever-changing ruins of unknown lands. Soon a village of the slightly curious took root near the dungeons. They named Renoka. Among the settlers, two groups shine brightest, heroes and merchants, glory and riches. But the dungeons proved too dangerous. They were soon closed as too many lives were lost in their depths. Life became hard for the town, especially with the young owner of the oldest shop, Will of Moonlighter. Long dreaming of opening the mysterious fifth door of the dungeons. Try to be. This is our tutorial level. WASD to move. Can't attack yet. We got a bunch of. Yeah. I've got space set as the roll button. Because I press it with my thumb on my left hand, and I'm left-handed, and that makes reaction times a lot easier. See up there? I just love the atmosphere of this game. It is gorgeous, and the pixel art is so cool. Like, I mean, look at the rocks! Roll over pits. Roll over pits. Roll past this guy. We can't attack him yet, but we can, as it's showing us here, we can roll through enemies, much like Gungeon, with its dodge roll mechanic. Roll over bullets, through bullets. Then we use left for our main attack. Got an achievement called Healthcare System. I assume that's because I picked up those potions. No, I can't open my backpack yet. I guess that's because I don't have anything. We can use Q to use those potions we got, but we don't need them right now. I mean, we're at 100 health, as you can see in the top left. Dead, and he gives us some fix, which we still can't open our inventory. We can open this. Materials. Yes. This is part of where the whole selling mechanic comes in. It'll get this. I never quite figured out which way these price markers in between certain levels go. I think they go down, but I'm not sure. Or they go up, depending. I don't know. It's a whole thing. But we have roots. A root from a giant plant. Very useful in the crafting of new bows. Foundry rests. I believe this to be the remains of an old foundry. If the golems are created, what created them? And then broken sword. Fairly useless in its current form, but I could easily smelt it down to craft something new. And we'll need these materials to craft better weapons later. So we will use C to quick move these into our inventory. There's some inventory management bits with this. There are like some items that'll have like special curses on them or whatever. It's a thing. Here's a new material, fabric. Let's check it. Sturdy, but rough to the touch. I imagine some would want to use this in the creation of decorations. We got more foundry rests here. And I believe most items stack to, some stack to 10, some stack to 4, and there's some that only stack, like, on their own. It's a thing. The inventory management in this game is pretty interesting. I don't usually like inventory management, but this game handles it really well. Oh, here's some portals. Oh, I hate these rolly guys. Yeah. I don't think we're meant to survive this. I'm just gonna, yeah, there we go. There we go. And Will is kicked out of the dungeon. Zenon. What a sorry-looking kid. All alone now. Rest for a bit, Will. I have you now. I'm gonna do my best to do voice acting in this game, but I mean, nah. We're about to get the shop tutorial. Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you were curious of the dungeons. Something with keys and, you know. There's no doubt you carry the same obsession as old Pete. Mornin', boy. Did our little merchant bite off more than he could manage? Will, listen to me. The hard truth is this. You are the last of your family, the only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. Risking your life on this fifth door nonsense is foolish. Just leave it. Find some artifacts, then use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. And for Kratos' sake, stop using that broom of yours, you daft boy. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. It's mine from back in the day. Use it. I have little need for it now. There's our first weapon. The sword and shield. Now then, get up. You're wasting light. Can't have you neglect the shop all day. Let's see if I can get through your hard head some of the tricks that I picked up from your grandfather so many, many years ago. Can't open these right now. Can't look at those. We just go down here. Successfully selling your merchandise takes knowledge of two things. You must know an item's value as well as its demand. Come now, open the shop up and allow the customers in. We go down the door. We can hold it to open up the shop. See that? Best expression you can hope for. The item wasn't too expensive for them and not so cheap for you to lose profit. Be sure to pay attention to your customers' expressions. That's how your grandfather always knew if his prices were fair. I don't think I need to tell you how that item was obviously overpriced. Lesson learned? Finally, be careful on selling a popular item too much. If you flood the market, you will have to offer cheaper prices on your wares. Point is, charge higher when something is in high demand and low in supply. Take out your merchant notebook. It should hold all the information you have gathered and discovered. You have gathered on discovered wares and artifacts. And then it takes us to the thing. Now we can read the page on crystallized energy. What did I do? What did I do? But I can read that top part. It would appear the energy surging through a golem crystallizes upon its destruction. Could we harness this power somehow? It's not letting me move or anything. Fine. Would seem the sun has fallen for the day. I best head off. You'll pick up more on your own. Restoring this shop to its full glory, that responsibility falls to you, not I. It's in your blood will make us proud. In the meantime, why don't you try out that new sword of yours? Dungeons are more perilous at night, but one can always find better artifacts. Just don't dive in too far. And use that pendant, boy! There he goes. Go on now. These weary bones of mine must rest. Okay, now we have a chance to explore some of the village. I don't think these crates ever have anything in them. Ooh, we can talk to Sue. I sort of always wanted to become a merchant, but I could never find a pendant. Most pendants used today were found when the dungeons were first discovered. Since then, finding a new one has become nearly impossible. Rad. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone around at night, really. Oh. Have you found any new culture artifacts in the dungeons, Will? I always found it fascinating how all the items we find in the dungeons appear to be from entirely different civilizations with unique cultures. Wow! And then we got this dude. Renoka may not be as prosperous as it used to be, but many still visit to pick up a souvenir from the Golem dungeon. Possibly even one from the closed dungeons if we are lucky. Yes. You? Redmond, Massa, my son, when I find you. Oh, Will, have you seen Massa around by chance? I believe this is his son over here. Yeah. Will, can we play tag next time I stop by your shop? Yeah, it's not this little kid. Literally, he's got snot. Tomo? Will! I saw you in the dungeons earlier, mister. Did you bring me anything mysterious? No. Screw you. We can't interact with that yet. We also can't go back inside, which I would love to drop off some of the stuff we've got in our inventory, because it's... But I am going to move some of this down. This is where our pets will be later. Let's go. Oh, that sign just says Moonlighter. This sign says Dungeons. I don't think this stuff ever has... Yeah, I don't think these breakables ever have anything in them. But here we are. This is the platform we saw earlier when Xenon saved us from after we got spit out earlier. Golem dungeon. Dungeon available to merchants and heroes. In we go! Whoop! Ah, the sounds in this game are so good. Here we are. If we press Z, we can swap to the broom or the sword, but we're just going to want to use the sword for now. Let's head up first. Pretty easy little creatures there. I still can't. Why can't I check my inventory? I feel like I'm supposed to be able to do that. Oh. Okay. Those guys you have to kind of juke a bit, and then I'm not good at this. It's okay, I'll get my skills back. Got that guy. Here's those little slimes. Did I see a sparkly? Hold on. No sparkly. Occasionally, when you enter a room or something, there will be like a ledge, or there will be like a sparkly sign in somewhere in those holes, and you can dodge roll in, and then there will be like a secret room kind of thing. Get some materials. Read. To a person of hopefully far better luck than I, my time is short. I took injury from the strange creature across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out, though. I'd say I fared better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple of items when he fled. One of which is this map? A diagram? Whatever it is. I was right. They called me crazy. Said old Crazy Pete done gone lost his marbles. But I was right. Each guardian of a dungeon must possess a key of some description. All of them linked to that giant locked door outside the dungeons. The 5th door of Renoka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. Whoever found me, I apologize for the smell. But the diagram should be around here somewhere. Please, open the 5th door of Renoka. These dungeons are not what they seem. Get some materials. Big Boss gonna kill me! I'm supposed to let them all out. Now I have to chase this weird creature that stole my stuffs. Ah, Big Boss gonna be so upset with little me. Yeah, and there's a diagram of the keys and stuff. Oh, got more materials. Alright, this is how the pendant functions. It costs gold to use it, and we hold it down and it'll take us back. Oh, is it gonna, it's gonna force me to use the pendant. Yeah, it's gonna force me to use the pendant. That kind of sucks. Cute. See the enemies we killed on the right, and also any chests we looted. Yeah, would have liked to explore more of that, but I don't know the layout of the first dungeon very well. Ah, the young proprietor of Moonlighter has returned. You look intact. Finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. What are you holding? Is that a chart of the dungeons? Where did you get this? You found OP? Dead. See, this is what happens when you chase what's when you chase what's behind that door. Leave it, Will. Just get the artifacts you need from the Golem dungeon, and look after Moonlighter. Now, I noticed some posts on the town board that might interest you. Some shops want to move in, attempt to revitalize this town. Apparently, they need some startup capital first. It'd be nice to see some new life from Renoka. Nice indeed. We can make investments here in the town or the shop. So, Vulcan's Forge. Do you feel the dungeons are too hard? Tired of your old weapon? I can solve that if you bring me enough money and materials. A forge to be reckoned with. Is brute force getting you nowhere in the dungeons? Visit the Wooden Hat to find potions and enchantments for this and that. You remember, there's other stuff that we haven't unlocked yet. Press E, we can look over here. Excuse me. And there's different shop, upgrades. This will give us, sleeping in the bed will give us extra health, bigger item space. Cash register will give us extra tip. This is all pretty expensive. It's not likely we'll see it for a while. So we can now enter. And what we're gonna do is check this real quick, because we can see that 100 is a good price for the crystal. Yeah, and we read that earlier. So we're gonna go ahead and shift this price down to 100. We're also gonna set some other things up for sale, because I want to do that before we open the shop tomorrow. Let's take a look at this. Golem core. The core or the very heart of a golem. We have found ways to harness the energy, but are unable to create life from it. So we're gonna put up for sale 2 of these, and I think 200 will be good, because, you know, oh wait, 100 will be good for it, because it was about near the crystallized energy in the book, so that's probably about as much as we can pay for, or as we can fetch for it. We're gonna save the rich jelly because that's useful for crafting potions. Roots are very near the bottom, so we probably only want to put those up for about 5 each. Teeth stone, pretty much the same. Very sharp stones, commonly found on the bodies of ancient golems. And vines, a strong yet flexible material used by the tangled creatures to protect themselves. Whetstone, basic stone used by blacksmiths to grind and sharpen weapons. Can never have too many of these. Iron bars, fairly basic, but the very cornerstone of any mid-tier equipment one may wish to craft. Is there anything else new we have? I don't think so. Okay. So we're gonna put 10 of these up for sale at 10 each. We'll see how that goes. And we'll do the same for these roots. The rest of this stuff, we're gonna go in here. Oh, we've got a new thing. Read. It's the diagram we found earlier. We're gonna put some stuff in this chest. See, quick move. We'll need some of this for crafting materials later. So I'm probably gonna try to keep at least a stack of each material around. So like that, at least in the beginning. So yeah, these here on the second level will be our extras to sell. And the jelly I will also put in here. What's really nice about this game is that when you go to like the other stations and whatever to craft something, it'll pull from your house inventory, which I think is honestly something that a lot more games need to implement. But yeah, let's go to sleep, save the game, and I think we'll finish off this episode with selling some stuff in the morning. So wrong chest. So let me quick move these, and we'll see how the shop fares today. Hello, hello, yes, come in. Purchase my wares. A fine choice, madam. Yes! I got that golem core price right. How about the twigs there? Too expensive? Okay. We will... What's nice is we can do this while people are coming in, so we will knock this down to 5, and we'll do the same for the twigs. Because I know the vines and the twigs sit at about the same, price. I will put the tungsten bars, or not the tungsten, iron bars at 10, because I think we can get away with them being a bit more pricey. What's also nice about this game is it'll hold the price that you've set for other things onto another stack of them. So we'll do that. What do you think now, sir? Yes, 5 is perfect. So that was too expensive for those, but they bought it anyways. We'll have to keep that in mind when we're looking at the twig, or the vine prices later. Ah, feels bad to sell those for cheap. Ugh. But that's it. We will close the shop. I never got to the thief part in my last playthrough, but you know. Okay, so as you can see, we made a pretty tidy profit. We've got 635 gold now. The popularity of the vines is down, so we'll definitely have to sell those for cheaper. Excuse me. But yeah. We made 535 gold today. Woo! Which means it's dungeon time. But we'll have to save the dungeon running for next episode. That's been it for this episode of Moonlighter. I will put a link in the description for any future episodes, or well, for a playlist with any future episodes, this current episode. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.